Okay, this is the 1950s, and Michael's a little boy. I used parks as a way, when he's in Paris, to do flashbacks. So he's sitting in a park like we all do, and your mind wanders. You know, we all have our self-talk and chatter. And so he's thinking about this Halloween because he's trying to put it all together. So this is Michael talking as a kid. Rang the doorbell shouting, "Trick or treat!" I swung it open and we howled, pushing each other's shoulders, exclaiming over our costumes, another tramp, a store-bought Superman with an attached cape, and a Mexican with a drawn mustache and large sequined sombrero, obviously a souvenir from a vacation. My mother handed Ivy and me bags we slid onto our wrists. Russell, the troublemaker, spoke first. "Who's she? She's not coming with us, is she?" My mother placed her hand on Russell's back and mine. "Ivy is our house guest and this weekend, and I trust you will make her feel welcome." Ivy looked awkward but hopeful. "There will be lots of candy and games. Don't get spooked. The committee put together a ghost house, and Michael, you're responsible for Ivy. You understand?" "Yes, ma'am." I wasn't happy about dragging along a strange little girl, but once we got inside, I knew she'd see some kids from the elementary school she knew, and I could dump her for a while anyway. The boys walked in front, munching on candy, throwing the wrappers on neighbors' lawns, bags swinging with Hershey Kisses, Bazooka bubblegum, and Reese's peanut butter cups. I trailed behind with Ivy, who had given up wearing my mother's high heels because she kept falling out of them. She carried them in her other hand. The double doors of the Coral Gables Country Club, decorated with jack-o'-lanterns, starch sheets fashioned into ghosts, and lots of twinkling orange lights, stood open. I could hear the music playing and see the party happening in a semi-darkened room, the bar on the back patio for the adults. The club maitre d' greeted us from behind a podium stationed outside. He was wearing his standard tuxedo with a nod to the holiday by sporting a crazy brown wig that stuck out all over his head. It was hardly a disguise. "Good evening, gentlemen," he said. Our costumes weren't that clever, so he recognized us from our parents' memberships. Most of us had Sunday brunch in nice clothes, a buffet which entitled me to multiple desserts. Arthur's family met us there after church. I had asked my mother why we didn't go more regularly. She didn't answer, looking away with an uncomfortable stare. I didn't pursue it. I didn't really want to go anyway. Other than seeing some friends the few times we attended, it wasn't fun. "And who might this be?" the maitre d' asked, stretching a hand toward Ivy, who was hidden behind us. He pulled her forward. I have to say, she looked cute the way my mom had fixed her up, her eyeglasses left behind. She squinted a bit and stumbled forward, the shoes back on her feet. The maitre d' repeated his question. She looked petrified. I gave her a nudge with my elbow. "Tell him your name." "Ivy?" There was a silence, so I spoke up. "She's with me, a house guest. My mom called ahead and they said it was okay to bring her." I smelled his wig as he leaned down to address Ivy closer to her face. "And Ivy, are your parents members here?" I don't think so." "What's your last name?" She stood there frozen, the lights flashing orange across her face. The other boys were getting restless with the delay and wanted to abandon me. "Guys, wait a second, we'll go in together." "Ivy what?" This guy was persistent. I could see kids lining up on two teams at either end of the room behind him. "Rosenbaum?" The Coulter girls, identical twins who had matching costumes, rolled by us with a wave as ballerinas in pink tights, short tutus, and tiaras. He stood back up and moved behind the wooden podium, looking at the list. "I'm sorry, but I don't see your name here, Ivy Rosenbaum. I'm afraid you'll have to go home." But my mom called ahead and they said it was all right." "Well, I'm sorry, but we can't allow any more guests in tonight." "Michael, come on, let's go in," said Russell. He was nagging me. Leave her here. Let him call your mom. They're starting the games and there are prizes. Arthur and Andrew were standing in the doorway, motioning me inside. A few more kids rushed by us, a bit older, from the club tennis team, and the air from their hurrying created a slight breeze on my soiled face. No, I can't leave her. I promised my mom. Crap, Michael, said Russell. Well, we're going in. Walk her home and come back. We'll be waiting for you. Betty's in there with her mother's dress and she looks stacked. So I took Ivy by the hand and walked her back down the street. I knew she had to feel terrible that she was turned away, but I had no clue why. I opened our front door and called for my mom. She came out of the kitchen wiping her hands on a dish towel, wearing an apron. I'm just getting your father some dinner. Why are you home? I don't know. They wouldn't let Ivy in. I want to go back. They're starting the games. What do you mean they wouldn't let her in? We got there and they asked for her name, and then Gordon looked at the list and then he said she couldn't come in. Did you tell him I called ahead? I nodded, glancing at Ivy, lipstick smeared, her glasses back on her face, pathetic in my mom's slip. She looked expectant. My mother's face turned harsh and she picked up the black phone from the small table outside the kitchen, dialing with her forefinger. The spin around the dial clicked as it hit all the numbers.